Hello, my name is Tiara Schimek and this video is about the new features of version 4.2.
Let's start with the first new feature. There's the option to save free text so that you can use them in any design. You can find this under Menu, Manage, Labeling. We can create a new text under Add Template. Enter a description and the text. You can also determine the release, whether this text should only be available to you as a user or to everyone else as well. The font size, color, etc. can also change. Once the text is saved, it can be used in any design. To do this, select Free Text in the design, place it, and select the desired template in the inspector. This can also be adjusted at a later stage. This function also allows you to add to existing labels. For example, you can add the label 16 amps to the power socket in the installation plan. Automatic labels can also be moved. An arrow is added, which can also be moved and also deleted. Let's move on to manual dimensioning. Additional snap points have been added so that, for example, installation symbols can be manually centered or small items that were previously difficult to grasp. Correspondingly, you can also determine the visibility of the dimension line in the inspector, as you already know from the free texts. For the next new feature, let's switch to the floor plan and plan a cuboid. This was not previously dimensioned, but you can now enable this using the checkbox in the inspector. Now let's change the wall units. Select the unit and click on Alternative Style. If you wish to change several items, delete all selected details with a single click by clicking on Reset. This means it is not necessary to delete each detail individually. This function was already available in the standard style. There are also a number of new features in the graphics area. Firstly, we have added animations for the manufacturers Bosch, Siemens and Neff, so that we can open the oven via start animation, for example. Further deco items have been added to the context presentation. These include a vacuum cleaner and various drinks. It is now also possible to insert an image of a woman with a child. Let's open another design and then open the long parts context. Now you can either add front edges to the worktop manually or enable this as a default function in the menu. I have set it to manual so that I can select an edge as required and enable the front edge checkbox in the inspector. A double line is created so that the front edge is visible, recognizable. This function has no commercial impact. There is also a new feature in the area of surcharges. If you enable the worktop edge and add the surcharge for the thick edge, the correct length is calculated automatically. Now that the correct surcharge is available commercially, we could also enable the front edge for graphical identification. Let's move on to the customer overview in the customer data area. The address can be copied and pasted here. If, for example, only a different house number is required for the delivery address, only the number needs to be changed. An additional search function has been added to the design area so that it is possible to search for the design name within one customer account, for example. This is useful for providing a better overview for business projects. Next comes the Reject button. This allows you to cancel offers or sale contracts that have already been created. This is displayed in status. Another new button is Open Design as Read-Only. This allows you to open a design to look something up or try something out. As soon as the design is closed again, everything is restored to its original state. The last new feature can be found in the area Menu, Master Data, Catalogs. For example, if you use catalogs where you do not want your employees to offer all items in the catalog, then the option is available to create your own range and restrict access to it. To do this, select all items with Ctrl and A and copy them to Excel using Ctrl and C and Ctrl and V. You can then delete any number of items and save the file on your system. In KPS.MAX, this file is imported as usual as recommended product. As soon as the Restrict Range checkbox is activated, only your own recommended product is used and no longer the full manufacturer's range.
Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the new features of KPS.MAX.